Howdy, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Brand New Gig. Kicking off a day later than we usually do, but that's okay because we roll with the punches. If you're here joining us for the first time, we are so glad to have you on this Friday night. I'm sure there's lots of things you could be doing. So thank you for sitting down and watching us. And if you are returning, as a returning listener, we thank you. And because the Aggies are sitting undefeated, I'm going to continue to put the ball in your court. So let's keep this thing rolling. So today, our guest, as a lot of you have already seen, former defensive back at Texas A&M from 2018 to 2021. He was a member of the 2025 All-UFL team with the Houston Gamblers, and he's about as maroon-blooded as any former Aggie may come. So please join me in welcoming O Neal Jr.
Hey,
Leon,
what's up? What's up?
how are you feeling today?
I'm good.
Friday
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm all peachy. I'm all peachy. I'm in a good mood and a good vibe, and my Aggies undefeated, so it's always a good day. It's always a good day.
That is all we could ask for. And I thought this was very fitting because you were number 9. The Aggies are 9-0.
Right.
And you were on our last team to win 9 games in the regular season, which was 2020, so a weird season at that. But the number 9 seems to be coming up pretty frequently. We're hoping to make it 10 tomorrow, but we'll take it one game at a time.
Right.
So before I get into our first segment, actually, I have a civil duty with this platform to share a lot of our current Aggies who are up for awards that require online voting. And we know as Aggies, we are really good at winning online polls. So let me share what we've got, what I found so far. If there's something I'm missing, please drop it in the comments. But Casey Concepcion is up for the Paul Hornung Award, which is the most versatile player. So you can vote online once a day for that one. I think he's the final 6 in online voting. So as far as I know, we're winning that poll, but we don't want to lose the votes there. Mario Craver is up for the Blitnikoff Award, which, as we know, is the best wide receiver in the country. So put your votes out for that one. And then last but not least, Marcel Reed, as we know and love, is up for 2 separate awards. Heisman, of course. Heis Marcel, it kind of fits with the name. And then Davey O'Brien. So both of those are online voting. All 3 of those guys are more than deserving of all these awards. So with this platform, I encourage you, after you're done watching this, go through your votes in and just keep your tabs open and do it once a day. Make it part of your morning routine. That way you just get it out of the way. Now, our first segment of the day is Off the Ledge, which at the beginning of the season, people had a lot of concerns. And as we've gone throughout the weeks, there seems to be less and less concerns, which is great. The one big thing that people are concerned about South Carolina is they're always going to be a scary team because right now they have Lenore Sellers. And even though their record doesn't show it, Lenore Sellers is a dual threat quarterback. And we saw how Taylon Green kind of handled our team. So what are you going to offer the people who are a little bit worried about how our defense handles another dual threat quarterback?
I mean, you gotta understand who's at the realm and who's at the head of the operations, and it's obviously Elko. It's gonna always start with Elko. He's the guru. Everybody knows him as. But at the end of the day, like, you think he's going to go into the game knowing a dual threat quarterback had success against us and not want to plan for another dual threat quarterback? I don't think our coach. I think our coach is going to go in there and have a plan in place on how he's going to stop the quarterback from, breaking the pocket. And I'm sure the D-line will do a better job at containing the pocket. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing with football. You got to understand, these DNs are super talented on our team. We got one that's specifically probably the best in college football and on a historic run right now. Super phenomenal. But it was times in that game, if you go prior, where he just, he's caught in the rush. He's caught in the rush, and he's getting out of, he's almost losing containment because he's rushing so fast and he's winning so fast, and he could win in or he could win outside. But it's probably best when you're playing a dual threat quarterback to go ahead and win outside and don't let the pocket, collapse the pocket as much as possible. So, they are going to be just fine with Elko at the realm and breaking it down and getting a better idea of what they're going to do.
I think that's what we've learned. And if we have any struggles at all in the first half, I think we've seen that
Yeah.
Second half adjustments are bread and butter for this team. So I don't think anyone needs to hold their breath on what this defense is capable of. Now, the one thing I've seen a lot of Aggies kind of abandon their battered Aggie syndrome. I'm sure you're aware of what this is. But I've seen opposing fan bases accuse us of acting like we don't belong. But I think acting like we haven't been here before, let me word it better that way.
Mm-hmm.
How would you address anyone who has either A, abandoned their battered Aggie syndrome and is all the way in, or B, who is still kind of holding on to it and waiting for that other shoe to drop?
I try not to even think like that. I try to, just as me personally, because I'm on a daily basis of just like, only thing that matters is us.
Right.
The world will say 100 things about the Aggies for the end of time, whether we're successful, whether we're not successful. Like, who cares? Who cares? Let's just be honest. Who gives any F's? I'm not trying to use the word on the lie, but who cares? It does not matter. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is who you are as a team. You know who you are as a coaching staff. You know who you are as a fan base. I think there's more. That's what makes us unique. Not people that got PTSD. Let's be honest. It's PTSD. We would be been here a kind of before, kind of, right, like in a sense, right. The last time was 2020, right. But positivity is what's going to oversee everything. I don't care what it is in life. So if you're going to sit there and be like, oh, well, we might lose this game, or it might get, it's coming. It's coming. You keep expecting it to happen. You keep putting it in the air all the time. Then naturally, that's what kind of happens. You know what I mean? And so it's like they're trying to protect themselves from the heartbreak when it's like it's nothing to fear. It's like I got the saying, fear is false evidence appearing real. It's false evidence appearing real.
That's good.
We are undefeated. Where is the evidence of downfall?
I don't see any.
You're literally in your own head. Please get out of it. Like, you know what I mean? And so I just think enjoy that what God has done for A&M right now. Just enjoy it. Take it in. You know what I mean? Never look for the negatives.
Look, if there's anyone left out there holding their breath, I hope that gave you all the reassurance you needed, because it's not very often that you get to watch your favorite football team be undefeated. So enjoy it. Just roll with what they're giving you, and they're giving you a good football team. So believe it, because it's in front of your eyes. I don't know. The only thing you've got, you said you're fighting against your own head. That's all we've got right now. So
yeah.
I feel like we've hopefully addressed these concerns well enough. The people should be feeling a little bit better. Before we get into some football breakdown, which this is a big discourse every week, is the rankings. And we all know we could spend probably an hour talking about rankings and who should be where and what team should be second, which team should be first. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because if you win a game, you win a game. If you lose, you lose. You got to take care of your own business. But there's some, I think, debate over whether or not players and coaches alike actually listen to that stuff. So when you see things like, what have we seen? The committee said that Indiana is ranked above A&M because they have the edge defensively and offensively, or people are saying that A&M hasn't played anyone. Like, how much of that is actually getting into a locker room, and how much of that is being used as fuel?
It's definitely going to get in the locker room naturally. It's just like, every topic, it's always a different topic every week. We're this, we're that. I mean, just use it as fuel. I mean, what else can we do, right? So I just think them guys should go in there, hear all that non-talk, like all that nonsense, and just go in there and be who they are. They proved it so many times to the country this year. If you still got questions about A&M, you still got questions about anything prioritizing A&M. If it's not answered by now, you probably didn't really do your research on A&M yet. You know what I mean? Like this team is super successful on both sides, and they play together. That's what football is all about. Now I know the defense has some hiccups, but that's defense. When defense is struggling, who's supposed to pick us up? Offense. And when offense is struggling, who's supposed to pick us up? Defense. And you have seen it all year. Even when I was on the edge of my seat, have you seen my tweets? I delete them. Lately, I've been deleting my tweets. I tweet and delete, tweet and delete, tweet and delete. I don't be wanting them to see it because I got the PTSD too. You know what I mean? But those are young men in there that's hungry. They got a great leader in Elko. They got a great leader in really Marcel, and I don't see them going anywhere like negative or at all this year. And Indiana has no chance at all. They have none. Zero. And they are been doing now. I don't want to like discredit them. They've been doing an amazing job as well. You know what I mean? But they're not messing with the maroon game, man. They're not really messing us with us. So yeah.
See them on the field because I don't, not to throw any shade, but I don't think I've seen any Indiana football fan before this year pop up on my Twitter, and now they're everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So
Woolworths. They happy. They happy. They probably. You think we've been waiting a long time?
yeah,
They probably been
there's
waiting forever.
there's a whole universe out there we don't even know about.
Still threw me off. Indiana was like it threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. So that's a big ups to them, man. That's awesome.
We're gonna run with it, but like you said, Elko at the helm is a major change from what we've seen in the past. He threw a quote out there. He said, "We're going to beat you to death with hammers." Can you just like break down what that means?
Uh, okay. I like the idea of that, right? Like, let's think about boxing. I like to talk about boxing, right?
Okay.
If you go into a fight looking for the knockout every single time, chances of you getting knocked out is very high, right? So what you want to do with your opponent is have a structured plan and strategy on how you're going to hit them. Before you know it, if I keep hitting you in the same spot over and over and over, eventually I think that's what I mean. That's kind of like in the same ballpark of what he's saying. It's like we're gonna keep hitting you. We're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. We're not interested in stop coming at all, and we're doing it strategically. You know what I mean? So I think that's. I mean, I try to like put myself in his world with it, but like, yeah, absolutely. I think that's what he means.
I think that's a great breakdown, and from what we've seen, we've been doing it pretty efficiently, I
Right.
would say.
Right.
It seems to be that no team has been able to keep up with us, which I've talked about this many of episodes of how much of an impact Tommy Moffitt has had on this program as a whole. That's a guy that you don't want to lose. So major respect to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now we can kind of look back on what Mizzou gave us, which you can argue that it was close in the first half, but I don't really think it was close at all during the game. It just took the second half to actually break away. But I think the first thing I want to address, which is not super flashy, and they don't get a lot of credit when you talk about football because it's not the sexy position, is our offensive line.
Ooh.
So I really want to shout out Chase Basantis. I feel like he's probably the strongest guy on that line. But Joe Moore Ward semifinalist, Coach Cushing, they're killing the game. Marcel, our running backs, our wide receivers, our tight ends, none of that happens without five guys on the line.
Ooh, them boys on that line. Oh Lord.
So kind of tell me how that sets you up for success on an offense and how everything kind of stems
Yeah,
from that.
it just when you that is literally how okay, you got a car. Let's talk about a car now. Let's get another idea.
A lot of metaphors happening.
Oh yeah, big on the metaphors, right? That's how I kind of explain myself. I think Elko does a lot of metaphors too. That's how he.
Yeah, it works.
And that's definitely works. Okay, so yeah, you got a car, right? They are the engine.
Okay.
They are the engine. You can't drive a car without the engine.
No, you cannot.
Offense in the world that is successful and tell me that, oh, well, they don't have an O line. They don't have an O line. They all have an O line that does a great job at two things: protecting the quarterback and running the football.
Big time.
We are able to protect our quarterback. Our quarterback is healthy. Knock on wood, I'm knocking on right now. And we are running the ball at a very high level. If you go look back at Bama, the Bamas of the world, you look at the Georgias of the world, what do they all have similar? A line. A line of scrimmage. They had a line of scrimmage. Guys who played in sync, guys who are hungry. We got guys coming out with chairs. Man, we got guys coming out with chairs. So just see where I'm coming from when I say that. Like that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Playing with no fear, trusting the plan, and just dominating, and leaning on each other. You can see how they lean on each other. Like you push one of our guys, we ain't like, nah, man, we ain't going for that. That's not, you know what I mean? That's the energy we give off. And I think, like I said, hammers. Those the big part of the hammers right there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
No, and there's a lot. We can talk about every aspect, but we're gonna flip it a little bit.
Okay.
This is your side of the ball. We'll talk about the D line now.
Yeah.
Which, if we look beginning of the season, I think a lot of the national media and people outside of our team expected a big drop off in production. You lose three guys to the NFL.
Right.
it would be realistic to expect there to be a bit of a fall off. I don't think that's been the case at all. I would say quite the opposite, actually. A guy that you mentioned earlier by the name of Cassius Howell, amongst a ton of other guys, Onyedum, Hayes, um, oh, I'm blanking on all the names now, but there's a ton. There's a ton of guys who get reps every game. It's not just the same 4 guys. So this is your side of the ball. Tell me what you're seeing from this D line and how I'm assuming they've exceeded your expectations a little bit.
Absolutely. It's a guy wearing my jersey number I see every weekend, and I'm like,
good representation for number 9 out there.
20 times more productive than I was. He's insane, a freak. But no, all those young guys that go out there and make plays, they could tell they also play with technique, right? They are very strong, they're fast, they hungry. Imagine being a quarterback back there and you only got 2 seconds.
Yeah, no thanks.
Max to get the ball off, 2 seconds, probably 3 if on a good day, but I'm super impressed. I think it's pretty cool to see how well and how fast the turnover was with us losing guys and being guys literally be in one of the best predicaments possible for their college career right now. You playing at a big school, you probably just transferred there, or you was waiting behind somebody and now your time to shine and you're licking it. You're absolutely just imagine what's going on at A&M right now for the future.
Yeah.
It's the standard to be this tough and explosive and make plays and be gritty. It's a standard now, period. And I think that's going on right now at our school.
Well, in terms of production, I mean, you're doing it in every possible way. You're bringing in guys from the portal. You got guys like Regis and Hicks who have been here and have shown major jumps in improvement. You got freshmen like Marco Jones who are taking meaningful snaps. Like, if you're a recruit, there's no way that you're not seeing that and getting excited about being a part of that program.
This is a word to recruits, and I need them to hear me, and hear me well. You want to be a part of something special, like something that's brand new, is fresh. Like, if you want to be a part of real life dogs, or it's proof. It's proof. This is not something I have receipts. There's receipts for it. You miss this opportunity if you want to come play in an environment where if you dominate like you're supposed to dominate, they won't miss it. And if you want to get the opportunity to go to the NFL, which is the ultimate goal, I'm just saying, it ain't too many places doing it at the level we doing it at A&M. And that's just to all the recruits who play the defensive line position and stuff like that, but also DBs and safeties and want to learn football. Like those, man, this defense right now is going places, and they're very young. This is their first time, I think, being together. I think how many guys we had returning? We didn't have a lot. Am I wrong?
A lot of freshmen, a lot of guys from the portal. We kind of were mixing a lot of things together.
Yeah.
I feel like it's worked.
So yeah, we jumping right now. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part of it, come be a part of it. But hey, look, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. That's all I'm saying.
It's just a little pitch.
Yeah. Man.
It doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah. And shout out my guys, Michael Clemens, Marv Leal, Jaden Peavy, Kingsley Kiki. I can go all day. Man, but those are guys. Damn, I'm missing so many people. McKinley.
They'll come.
Keep going. So those are the people who crawled, so y'all can walk and run. Understand that? You know what I mean?
Write that.
Coach E-Rock as well. Shouting him out. So
yes.
I'm an old head now, so I got to make sure I do that diligence. But no, absolutely.
We remember.
Huh?
We remember.
Oh, what do I remember? Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just saying we remember. Oh, yeah. E-Rob, that was a good era.
Say it again. Sometimes you got to say the name. Yeah.
Well, I was asking, the second point of that is what you play in the secondary. What is having a good line? How much does that help you?
Ooh. Like a ton. The ball's coming out faster. The quarterback can't make proper reads. It's forcing turnovers. Just recently, didn't we just have a blitz with a safety and he ended up grabbing the ball and making a pick?
It was Dalton Brooks. Well, Damian Sanford forced the fumble and then Dalton Brooks picked it up.
Was it a fumble?
Well, interception, kind of fumble.
Whatever
you want to call it.
turnover, and that's that's just how everything been working. Like the D line doing their job. I think it was a blitz from what the linebacker. He been going crazy. What's his name? Sanford. I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
name right.
Yep.
Oh man, I love that kid.
Yep.
I love that kid. I
He's
love that kid.
too because we lost Scooby. So
Yeah. How long we lost Scooby? I didn't know that.
he's still out. I think he got injured in the Notre Dame game, and he's kind of been
Okay.
keeping it
Okay.
safe. But we
Yeah.
also have Torian York there, so that helps too.
My boy
We'll
too.
talk about Torian York actually. I'll
Yeah.
get back to that because I do have a question about that.
Okay.
But your guys back there at safety, we have Marcus Ratcliffe, Bryce
Yep.
Anderson,
My
Dalton Brooks.
boys. Yeah. Dawson Brooks.
Talk about those guys.
Yeah, I think they're and I'm gonna be honest. I did at the beginning of the season. I like to keep it 100. I can't help myself. They were missing a lot of tackles. I've been there. And they were struggling at it to an extent. And then you start seeing people show up and start making more plays. We start seeing what players can do really, really well. I think Dawson plays really well in the box. I think we got very energetic safeties who
Yes.
communicate at a high level because it gets the nickel corner lined up properly and stuff like that. So they're doing a great job communicating out there. And then you start seeing more success, more stops. And biggest thing on the tackles, you can start seeing they really working on the tackles more because we're not seeing as many as we've seen at the beginning of the season. And so that's just I just want to see them keep growing. All of
Mm-hmm.
them keep growing. I'm glad Bryce getting healthy and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ratcliffe is insane, if you ask me. I think the breakout for him is going to be insane because
Mm-hmm.
he's always around the ball. You could tell he's willing to stick his nose in that box. And he had some picks this year, and I'm pissed off he dropped.
I
So,
know. I'm sure he's more pissed than you.
oh yeah, for sure. It's hard to sleep after a drop, but I've been there, so yeah.
Yeah. We've had insane production, and that's with tons of drops and some issues tackling on the perimeter, but we have like Will Lee and Des Ricks, I think have taken a huge jump. Well, Des Ricks especially has taken a big jump from last year. And then like Tyreek Chappelle and Nickel, like we've got guys everywhere on
Got an
that side of the
OG at
ball.
Nick, Tyreek. Tyreek
Yep.
at Nick, OG right there. That boy been playing. He been playing since I've been playing.
When did he start? Was that
I think
2020?
he was my senior year. He was a freshman.
Okay, so 21? Oh,
Yeah,
20.
yeah. I think I'm right on that. I think I'm right.
Okay, yeah, but we've got guys all over the field. Now we're going back to Torian York.
Uh,
So they had the little press conference after the Mizzou game, and I don't remember who it was, don't quote me, but some Mizzou guy is saying that A&M defense knew some of the plays that they were running. And they asked Mike Elko, and Mike Elko's like, I know nothing about that. And Torian York is coming out and saying, as soon as that LSU game was over, he was watching Mizzou film on the plane. Like, Torian York is probably the smartest guy on that side of the field.
yeah, he's
And
amazing.
especially as a captain, like, what does that do for your defense as a whole when your captain is that intelligent
Yeah, yeah.
at his position?
If you want me to be completely honest with you, besides the guys on the D line, the player who understands what's going on around him is going to last longer in this game in this profession.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want people to understand that and that's what York is. York is a professional, upcoming a professional. Like he's locked in. He wanted to like okay. The reason why I have success right now in football, I'm still playing, right? I'm still playing. And I come to realize I'm not the fastest. I'm not the strongest. I probably got all the passion in the world, but that does not like those stuff means only so much if you don't have the proper technique and you're not in that film room. You have to be in the film room over and over and over and over again. You need to know what tendencies people are running. If they in 3-by-1, are they in 2-by-2? When you got two running backs in the backfield, which guy is most majority the blocker? Which guy is the you know what I mean? So it's just details, and so it gives you a jump on what's going on. And you've seen so many times this year where he made plays because he got to jump on them. He got to jump on them, and that's what makes a player special. And I think the world gets so caught up in the glitz and the glamour. But if you just wind back, all he probably did was, and if he explained it to you, is like A, B, C, and D, and that's how I made the play.
Yeah.
That's who you want to be your leader. That's who you want because he's not going to take a day off. He's going to know what everybody has. And now your whole core, that's the middle linebacker. Your whole core of your defense is playing in alignment. You know what I mean? I had that with Buddy Johnson. You know what I mean? Terrell Dotson as well. So it just
Mhm.
those things like that matter at a rapid rate that you could be successful. If you want to be successful really fast, get smarter and learn football. And York is doing that right now.
And you've gotten to play with a lot of talented guys. You played a few years on this defense. You've been watching this defense ever since you graduated. Is there anything that sticks out to you from this defense that's different than what
Yeah.
you've seen in the past?
Yeah. I think the ability. No, I mean even from the past, I just think that the A&M defense always been rolling. I can't even say, but no, I think what's really impressive the most of anybody is number 9. And that I think that's what really been our anchor
Yeah.
every year than anybody because like now you see why D lineman gets so much money in the NFL. It's because like how disruptive he is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You watch the LSU game and you like it was immediately like it was times where like the announcers couldn't stop talking about him because he was back there again.
Yeah.
The quarterback was like overwhelmed because he couldn't even be hit. You know, they brag about that quarterback at LSU. Oh, he's gonna be this. Well,
That's smart. Yeah.
he couldn't do nothing
No.
because the kid was back there in 1 second.
Well, they pulled him. He didn't even last the whole game.
Oh my God. So I mean, yeah, you understand like the biggest difference I think out of any team I played on, and I played with some great players. Howell is on the verge of being like Von Miller type
I was
energy.
about to say, yep.
Yeah, like Miles Garrett type energy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So the production of that player specifically, that defense is phenomenal. I'm not trying to put nothing past them. They work as a team, but number 9
Yeah.
being as disruptive as he is, it wins you ball games. Absolutely.
Well, I think it speaks to the culture too, because he was sitting behind Shamar Turner and Nick Scorton, and
Yep. Yep.
that he could have transferred. I mean, he could have gone anywhere he wanted and gotten playing time and not had to wait behind these NFL products, but he stayed,
Wow. Yep.
and look what it got him.
Hungry. Huh?
I'm so glad he stayed. I could not be more grateful
The way
because
you see you hungry, just you can look at a person and you be like, yeah, he look apart.
yeah,
It's like he eat rabbits, like he eat whatever he eats. He eat horses or something. I don't know, cows. I don't know. He
something big.
all he do is eat. You can tell he's just big boy. He's strong. He likes to run. He could make play. Oh man, y'all go on about that kid, man. It's nice to see somebody hold number 9 down like the way he held it down. Yeah.
Lives on.
Mhm.
The number will never die.
Oh yeah, thank you. I love that number. It's my favorite number. No, but yeah, he's awesome.
But you talked about this earlier a little bit. The only gripe that I think people have about this defense is the run defense. We've had a couple games like Missouri. I think we let up 200 yards. People love to bring up the UTSA game,
Okay.
but I mean, Robert Henry is one of the top 10 running backs in the nation, I think, in terms of production. So, I mean, there's only so much you can do. But what do you have? Not that you have to address this. I mean, it's our team. If you root for A&M, you root for A&M. If not, it's not your problem.
Right.
But do you have anything to point out about this run defense?
Absolutely. I think if they stay together like they did last game, where I mean, you're gonna have a little bit of leakage coming out when the run game happens, but like just for them to sit there and like stick together the whole year and not let it like trample over, and you start seeing younger guys show up and
Mhm.
make tackles in space. I think man, this defense and the sort like they'll be great. They'll be just fine. Like they just got to make sure they wrap up. And I'll be watching the game and I'll be like, man, they so young and they all bullets. They all want to go down there and shoot their shot. And
Yeah,
you can see
yeah,
the
play.
maturity, understanding of just getting the ball down. Let's get the ball down as much as possible. And man, from Notre Dame to now, you see the difference. And I think that's the cool part. You know what I mean? It's hard to watch the Notre Dame game because I'm a defensive guy, and I thought it's so many talented players out there, and I'm sure they had a great scheme, but we let a lot of stuff go because of missed tackles and
Yeah.
missed stuff like that. So for them to keep on moving, keep on pushing, oh man, I love everything they got going on the run defensive side. I'm sure they're gonna be successful in the long run.
I'm sure we were a little worried that the offense was going to have to put up 40 points every game to stay in it. And that's
Right.
not been the case, thankfully. Like you said, we've kind of flip-flopped. When the offense is a little lackluster, the defense has picked up the pace and vice versa. But with Notre Dame, I mean, you're playing Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price.
Absolutely.
Jeremiah Love could be in New York in next month. I mean, that's not a far off possibility.
Yeah.
You've played Jaden Baugh, Jeremiah Cobb, Mike Washington, Ahmad Hardy. Like you're not.
Nah, yeah.
I think it's 5 running backs in the top 25 in terms of production. I think Ohio State and Indiana combined have played 1 guy in the top 25. We played 5.
Right.
So yeah, the numbers could be better, but I think if you're not just looking at the box score, there's enough that the defense is doing in terms of the secondary and the passing game, and then also the offense just being able to pick up the pace when that falls a little short, that we're winning games in every possible way.
Absolutely. And I don't want to sound like a negative guy, but like when it comes to like players and their names and who they are, we had a saying and it was like, we don't give a fuck. Sorry. It does not matter who's back there. He's getting cooked, period. And the defense have that mentality for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I operate. That's how I move. That's how I operate. And that's why I had to cut you off, because it's a mindset you got to have when you playing certain people. If you're going to be the best, we don't care who's back there. We're going to come together and stop them. And when we played Bama back in the day, we had B-Rod back there, and they was running the ball hard all year and killing everybody. We did not care. We just lost to Mississippi State, and everything in us wanted to just quit and lay down. But we kept fighting. We got in the film room, and we devoted it to ourselves that we were going to be way better. And you go into that game, you watch it, and you see it. So it's like these young guys. I know they talking to each other like that. I know they saying like, we don't care about bro. That type of talk is the perfect ideal for you to be successful, because you never want to slap yourself on the wrist and be like, it's because he's talented, he's working this hard. No,
right.
When you're the truth, you're the truth. Period. And so I think that's where the defense turnover is going to be crazy. And they starting to do that. You can see it. They like swag. They got swagger every play. You like, oh yeah, I'm excited to watch Aggie defense.
Well, that's the fun part is they haven't hit their ceiling yet. Like there's not a game that we've played where you're like, okay, that's the best they could do. It's not going to get any better than that.
Yeah, absolutely. But but big respect to all those running backs. But listen, we don't care.
We don't care. We've got a long ways to go. We're planning to play a lot more games.
Yeah, but they're gonna be just fine though. I'm super excited for them going forward, man. Aggies all around the world are having a great year because how successful and the brand of football for A&M is going right now. So I mean, yeah, it's awesome.
Well, flipping the script, because we've been talking about defense, we're looking ahead at South Carolina, which, despite their record, is always a bit of a scary team. I mean, a lot of our games, similar to Arkansas, have been maybe closer than they should be. And I respect Shane Beamer. I think Lenore Sellers is a good quarterback, despite maybe underproducing a little bit this year. We saw what happened last year, not that this is the same team. But I think this spot we're in right now is a bit of a revenge game in honor of Le'Veon Moss, for one, because of what happened last year. And I kind of want to talk about the running backs a little bit, because we were talking about the run game. And when you look at the top 10 running backs in the SEC, there's not an Aggie on it. And that's not because we have a weak running game. I think it's because we have so many guys back there that are able to get us yardage.
We got the best running back group in the country.
I would not argue with that.
Absolutely best running back group in the country. Ruben Owens is really getting in his bag. He's getting in his Duffy at a very fast rate. We know Le'Veon is hurt, but when he had that rock, he was in his Duffy. We got the young man coming out there as a freshman and getting in his Duffy. Can you please say his name for me, please, so I can get it down in my brain? Say it again. Jamarian Morrow. Okay.
Yeah, that's the freshman.
Absolute beast. I watch these kids run the ball and they run it hard. They like arm tackles not getting them down, and then they dancing in the end zone. They having a good time. I love what's going on. I'm not gonna lie. Hey. Just know I'm excited every single day I watch A&M, but hey, I can't. Sometimes I can't. I gotta calm down. Sometimes I gotta calm down.
No, we just talked about we gotta let ourselves enjoy it.
Oh my God, y'all should see me on game day. I I need to have a camera on me on game
You
day.
need to
But
do it live. Just go live.
I know, but Lord have mercy, y'all should see me. Like it'd be like a roller coaster of emotions, like absolutely. But I love my Aggies, yeah,
You need to make a burner. You need to get on Aggie Burnerverse and just
yeah,
start
just
trolling.
come in, yeah,
Yeah, you need to just make a burner. No one's gonna know it's you, and you're just gonna integrate yourself.
yeah. I feel like I won't feel sane. Like I'm
No,
not, I can't be sane. Absolutely
no,
not.
there's not gonna be enough prescription in the world to be normal on game day. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. And the more we win, I think the less calm it's going to be because there's more at stake every game that you play, which is not a bad position to be in, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But what else we have going on with South Carolina? They're in an interesting position. They just fired their offensive coordinator. They're coming off a bye, so this is their first game with. I actually didn't even look into what their situation is. I just know they fired Mike Shula. They still have Shane Beamer, so I'm sure their offense is going to look a little different. Do you expect our defensive game plan to change much?
I think it's going to be really, really complicated for South Carolina to have success. They will have to change things that they was doing, obviously, coming to play. But with the energy that we playing with at A&M, you're going to Cowfield with no OC. Like you just got an OC. Y'all been working for a week to try to get ready for a team that's 9-0. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I think you have absolutely no shot and no chance. I'm just saying. Just going against the grain. Now you might have a little success because it's football, right? Like you're gonna have here play, but like overall, like you're getting belt. Like everybody else got belt, and it's just what it is. That's just me, and that's not me being biased. If I wasn't an Aggie, I think I probably would say the same thing. So yeah. But good luck to them, you know. But
Right.
hope they go in there and get it done,
Have some fun. Maybe find the end zone on accident once or twice.
I'm not. Listen, long as we up 40, I'm not tripping. Yeah.
Well, I'm on an offensive role right now. We talked about defense. Another aspect that I think we've lacked a lot since probably Christian Kirk is our receivers.
Yeah.
They've been a lot of fun to watch. I was watching a podcast the other day, and they spent 4 or 5 minutes arguing over whether or not Craver or Concepcion was better. I don't think we've ever had that problem before, where we're arguing over which receiver we have is better. It's kind of been the opposite problem.
Yeah. Well, you know what like makes them look extremely good? The guy calling the shots.
And who would that be?
The guy with the gun. Yeah. No, absolutely. But having an OC who understands that I need to give my best players the ball and let them just be the best players they possibly can be.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when I played, and I love Jimbo to death, awesome guy. It was times where we wanted to ground and pound to the point where our nose bleed and everybody knew what play we was running. And we ran such an old school type of offense. This approach that we have is so fresh. It's so new age. It's RPO, which we ran RPO, but the way they run it and how they are able to get the ball to their best players in so many amazing ways. It reminds me almost as if Lane Kiffin was our OC in a sense. You know what I mean? Because Lane Kiffin is very phenomenal at calling the shots. That's one thing I could say. And that's big.
You can take risks and be a little flashy, but also
you know what I mean? Like one has throw as many shots up in the air with Jimbo.
That's what I've seen too. Is you don't need a 60-yard go route. Like if you throw a screen pass to Craver or Concepcion, like yards after carry.
If you look at the games, Marcel throws like 3 to 4 to 5 deep ball bombs a game. Like, yeah, and I love us getting like screen game for us is our bread and butter. Like jailbreak screen with them big boys getting involved, and you got KC
take them down
or Mario with the ball, and then now we got our big receiver coming along right now is catching on people's heads, catching one hand catches. Like they lit right now. I could brag all day about this offense. When you seen LSU and you seen Jamar Chase and you seen Justin Jefferson, and you got to see them week in and week out. That's what's going on at A&M right now. It's like, yo,
this is fun.
Overly special. Like,
like you're not gonna fully realize it till they're gone.
oh yeah, they are insane. And I think I thought even Anais had amazing success at A&M, crazy success. Anais had this OC.
Oh, I talked about this all off
Oh
season
my-
is how underutilized he was when he was here, and he's still, as much as he was underutilized, he was still one of the best players we've ever had.
exactly.
I can only imagine what he would look like
Because
on this
what did he
team.
have OC?
Well, was Jimbo not calling the plays?
Well, I'm talking about the last year Anais played. Was it not? Was it not?
Bobby?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it Bobby?
Petrino. Yeah. See, like I'm not. Now listen. I'm not. He's nice. He's great. I just love how fresh A&M is. Even the swagger's different. We wearing jerseys. The jerseys we got on, like yeah, like how many times I wanted to go rock them jerseys.
The blackout and the script and
Man.
the alternate jerseys. Yeah, you were right between. Someone was like overly like you got an alternate jersey every week.
Yeah.
Then Elko's kind of tradition-esque. Jimbo kind of just stuck to the script.
Elko calling the shots, and getting everything done, hiring the right people, getting everything involved. And I'm sure he's going to give all the credit to his team because they deserve it, absolutely. But man, when I tell you this man is so smart, he is so smart. He is so smart, and I always wanted him to be the head coach of A&M. Always. That's really why I committed to A&M. I love Jimbo, but I really committed because I didn't get an offer from Jimbo Fisher. And that's not, I'm talking about when he was at Florida State. He didn't send me, I didn't get an offer. I had 40 offers, almost 40. I didn't get an offer from Jimbo Fisher at Florida State. So that's why I never technically was okay with committing immediately. That's why I decommitted from A&M to get re-recruited because this is not Kevin Sumner's staff. And let me tell you, Elko plan that he had for me, the way he stuck with me, he never lied at all about how he was going to recruit me, how he was going to coach me. The man had a plan on how I was going to be successful, and he would shoot it to me like straight. And I tell people this all the time. The man said, "Leon, you're not getting out of here in 3 years. You got a lot of development you got to do." Like, what do you mean? Like I got a big head. What do you mean? But it's like a father out there, and he's gearing you for life and success. And it's like, if you just trust me, I promise you, things in your life will go in a better direction. And so that's what I feel like happened to a lot of players that played under Elko. We all felt it. We all experienced it. And that's why we root for him so hard and so much. But it's because now the whole team is feeling it, from offense and defense, special teams. That's the aura of
Special
Duke felt it.
Yeah.
And I know I flipped the script, but Duke felt it. You know what I mean? And so it's just so cool to see it all coming to fruition. It's so cool to see.
Well, and it's all meshing together really well because he has put a lot of faith, one, in Colin Klein, which I know last year people had some gripes about him, but I think he played with Johnny Manziel. He's a young guy. He's willing to take risks. I mean, there are still some gripes about him in the red zone, whatever you want to say. I mean, no, there's not a perfect offense coordinator out there. From what I've seen with the weapons he has, he's been using them a lot better than we might have used some weapons in years past.
Yeah. The world's super biased, by the way. Like, how many teams in the country right now is undefeated?
3, as far as I know.
So, I think we could hear all the BS we want to hear.
Right. If
haters not talking, you're not doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing something wrong.
Not talking, you're not doing something right. That's how I feel. So,
yeah. Well, I can't talk about the offense and not top it off with the guy you're talking about earlier, Marcel Reed.
Yeah, Marcel.
And he's made some rumblings this week. I don't know if you've heard what's happening this weekend.
I did not.
Have you heard about Chance?
The rapper Chance?
Have you seen that on Twitter?
Chance the rapper?
No, Chance. Chants.
No.
No, there's got to be people in the chat.
So you have to let me know.
No, if you scroll on Twitter, no, you need to go on after this. You're going to go on Twitter and search up the word chants.
Okay.
Chants, like chanting something.
Uh-huh.
You'll see, but it's a movement this week. It started this week. Once you search it up, you'll see. But I want to ask you, let's pretend you're not an Aggie. Take off your Aggie hat for a second. How legit is Marcel Reed's Heisman campaign?
It's as legit as the record is. You taking a team, they're 9-0. They was 8-4 all the time. And you're the realm. You're you're scoring touchdowns. You're a leader. You know what I mean? A very good human being, was raised very well by his parents and his coach. Like, he's a phenomenal athlete, and does what he needs to do to win games. Okay, we could easily have said, hey, we should have lost that game versus was it who was it, Notre Dame? We should have easily could have said, oh yeah, we could easily lost that game. Defense was struggling, offense was rolling, and they got to a point where
Came down to a missed extra point and
yeah, like, and
final last second play to Nate
all
Borkature.
I know is MVP type energy is the player who got the ball, crossover, the clock. Listen, the player got the ball, the clock going down, right? And everybody is leaning on faith and hope. It's almost like religion, right? Like God is coming.
It is a religion almost.
He's going to come here and he's going to do it. I'm not trying to relate him to God. Like, that's not what I'm doing. Just metaphors. But
Yes.
he got the ball and he shoots elbow jumper right before the clock went down, and all you hear is swoosh and I'm just saying, and he keeps doing it. He keeps doing it. That's my MVP. The most valuable player in the moment that really matters, the person who gets the job done. I mean, he's phenomenal. And so and he has a toolkit behind him. You know what I mean? He has a toolkit. He's very versatile. He can sit in the pocket, make passes. I think he's still working on it and trying to get super consistent. They say he's a rhythm player, which I wouldn't say he's not, but I wouldn't say, like, he's a kid. He's still learning, still developing, he's still growing, but he's winning games and he's not even at his full potential yet. He's in the high.
I mean, this is only his first year starting
He's in
at
the
an SEC school.
Not in his full potential yet. Are y'all not scared?
I mean, he didn't even play a full season last year. We only saw him in a handful of games.
He got a bit of Jaden Daniels,
Lamar Jackson.
You know what I mean? He got a bit of he gritty, he gritty, but you can see how focused he is. He's not with the nonsense. You know what I mean? He celebrates with his teammates. He like having fun when it's time to have fun, but when it's time to get serious, he's super serious.
He likes the pressure.
Oh yeah, it's like he thrives in it. So I think that's a test of his hard work though. So he's been working hard since he got to A&M. I seen the post way before he blew up. I see him in there getting it in. I'm like, man, little scrawny kid, man, what are you gonna do, man? And he get out there.
He was committed to Ole Miss for a while.
Yeah. Lane back behind trying to get line. Thank God Lane Kiffin didn't get him. Oh, let me give me a moment. I gotta pray.
Shout out Lane Kiffin. Woo! We cannot thank you enough.
Thank God Lane Kiffin ain't good, but no, we got a good one in Marcel.
I like what I'm seeing from him. I don't think there's another quarterback playing college football right now that I'd rather have back there.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So, not a bad spot to be in. South Carolina, not maybe as flashy an opponent as we might have been playing earlier in the year, but not a team that we can just scoop by. I mean, and I don't believe in trap games at this point because I've seen every game we've shown up to, we've been locked in. So I don't think this team is overlooking anything. But let's say they let you in the locker room on Saturday. What would be your message?
Trust the process. Never. My message would never like sit there and believe that you're there yet. Like, and I don't care what part of your life you're in. Like, I don't care what accomplishments you already accomplished. Like, job's not finished. So what are we so happy for?
Yeah.
Like, job's not finished, and I think that's a testament to Kobe Bryant when he won the playoff game and everybody's happy, and it's like,
wow.
I worked my butt off. What else should I expect?
Right. And you didn't come this far to just come this far.
Exactly, and I think the complacentness of these young athletes is their downfall. Mm-hmm. I don't see that in that locker room. And I might be a little early on my judgment, but right now I don't see that in the locker room. I don't see these kids just overly confident that they're making mistakes. I don't see them going to parties,
Mhm.
the day before the games. I don't,
Right.
I don't see these kids like, just making all the wrong moves that don't help you be successful. I see young men who are excited, having fun, fired up, confident, you know what I mean, and leaning on each other. Like they enjoy having playing football. They enjoy having
Yeah.
fun. They enjoy it. They enjoy getting hit in the mouth and getting back up like bet. All right, come on. That that energy is gonna win so many football games. It's a game of inches. It's a game of inches, and they doing everything they're supposed to do as a brand and as a team.
Well, having a season like last year is almost necessary for the success that we're having because they know what it's like to kind of have it in the palm of your hands. I mean, you're leading the SEC, you just beat LSU, and then it all kind of just disappears.
Right.
You finish 8-5. You have 2 or 3 games that you could have won. You didn't. I think without our first year under Elko, we wouldn't be where we are now
Yeah.
because all of these guys do not want to feel that again.
Yeah. In the Bible, it got a saying: "Suffering is endurance." Suffering is endurance. Like the same way God will give it, like He will take it.
Hmm.
I've been there in my life. We all, as human beings, will go through some type of triumph and learn.
Yeah.
But I tell you one thing: like failure is inedible. Like if you just want to stand still and let life pass you by, please let it happen. But if you don't try to fail, like you ain't gonna try to fail. But if you don't really try, then failure not even gonna happen or wins. So you got to try. They came in the season last year. They had a lot of success, made a lot of plays, right? And then they butt kicked for the last few games. Thank God it happened.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
God,
what I'm saying.
because where you are now can dictate so much on how far you will go and where you will be in the future. And I'm not trying to be a preacher, right? I'm not trying to go too
Right.
crazy, right? But I just want to feed the spirit of somebody that's watching. Failure is inedible. We're gonna. I want you to fail 100 times. I want that kid that's going on that field out there to play his mind out. I want him to try to shoot that gap and time it perfectly like he's supposed to. I want that kid to try to go for the big play, but still do it with the sense of the game. I want everybody to go try to be the best version of themselves and see how far they can get. Because it's super possible. And when you fall, you get back up and you try it again and again and again. Remember that bike that you had? You had that bike, right? That bike you ride with the training wheels. And
Here,
you right. You took the training wheels off and you fell. Some people cried, hugged their mama, and were like, "I'm done. I had enough." And then there's people who got back up, strapped the helmet back on, and they kept on riding.
and said, "Let's go."
Before you know it, they hitting wheelies. They're jumping off they got jumping in the air off now they got their homeboys in the back and they both hitting the wheelies. You're like, but you were just falling. And that is the testament to life, and that's why I love football so much. This team struggled last year. You can imagine how many tears and cries happen.
Oh yeah.
If you're really passionate about the game of football, like you say you are, when you lose games, it's gonna be some tears. When you miss tackles, it's gonna be some tears. When you drop the football, it's gonna be some tears. All that suffering accumulated to this moment where you locked in, you got hungrier, you got more experience, and now you're having one of the best times in your entire life because you didn't sit there and be down in the moment. You took it for what it was, and you said, "I'm going to be better. I'm going to be more." And that's exactly what A&M is doing right now. A&M is the underdogs who kept on, even when life got hard. That's why I love A&M. That's why I watch the game. That's why a lot of fans watch the game. You know what I mean? It's the spirit of Aggie Land that keeps it alive because it's like we love you even when you suck and not
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
good. And now this moment means 20 times more than anything because we understand how much A&M as a brand and these players had to go through just to get to this point where they are getting the fruits of their labor. But if you decide to say, "Hey, I've done enough," just on the other side of all that success is that heartbreak that you was running from, you don't want to be around, and you no longer claim. It's right there waiting on you. So you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. You got to stay hungry. So I mean, I hope they do it.
Well, and I think a lot of outside noise is people saying, act like you've been there before, like y'all are acting like you've never been here before and y'all don't know how to handle success. But I think to a certain point,
Yeah.
you have to accept that you haven't been there before. That's what makes it special.
Right.
Like
Right.
this is not common for A&M to be in this position, to be playing for a spot in Atlanta, to be playing for a bye in the college football playoffs. Like all of these things
Right.
are not tradition at A&M. So
Right.
to a certain point, I think you have to go with the mindset of we haven't been here before. We want that to be the standard in the future, but that can't be the standard if you don't set the foundation. So
Absolutely.
I think this team is setting the foundation,
Right.
and they know that we're almost kind of at a midpoint
Mm.
because November's just the beginning. If you want to make a run, like you've got months to go.
Facts. Facts.
So I'm liking what I'm seeing. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah, I'm overly liking it. A little too much. A little
I
too.
don't. I don't think that's no. I don't think there's ever too
Look,
much.
I didn't got kicked 100 times for the rooting for A&M and being an Aggie. Y'all understand how much scrutiny I got
Well, and Aggies
for
are
being an
really good
Aggie?
at. We're
They
always loud,
they hate
and
us.
we're not always good.
The world hate us. Well, the same world that hated us so much, literally have nothing to say. Nothing to say. So guess what? When the hater not working, they start telling lies. Remember that. So you're gonna hear a lot of different people come out the woodworks about this. And the moment we lose, they like,
Oh
oh,
no,
because
they
they're
called it.
praying for our downfall. And that's just what it is. Our haters are on the other side. We can't pay attention to them. All we can focus on is what we can focus on, and that's this team right here. That's they should focus on each other and be great as much as they possibly can. I love Marcel. I love Dalton. I love Howell. And I love Elko. I love them so much. And I think all of them coming together, being the leaders of what's going on, York as well, Mario, Casey, like those, I like saying those specific names because they gotta understand you can talk all you want to in the locker room. What when okay, when we go to war, right? And
Okay, metaphor time.
getting fired, who's over there shaking with the gun? And then who's really let's get it,
Who's
knocking people
locking
down.
in?
Yeah, and that's why I say those names because that's what it all accumulate to, and that's how we gonna win. So y'all are the leaders because your productivity and the amount of energy that you put in on being successful, play in and play out. Just keep being the best version of yourself, and you're gonna be just fine. You know what I mean? And that stuff do go bad. It's part of life. It's part of life. Y'all know what y'all capable of. Get back up. Wipe your wounds, lick your wounds, and get back to war. Go back to war for what you want. And that's what this team is all about, man. I love it. I love to see wins. Wins mean a lot. Wins mean we doing something right. We
And
doing
I think that's been very fun to watch. I think as a fan, for one, and then I'm sure they hear this in the locker room. Pretty much every game since Notre Dame, we've been on upset alert.
yeah.
Every single game, and all that tells me is that we're in a position where we can be upset. And
Yeah.
the only way you can be upset is if you're the better team. And
Yeah.
it's a new position to be in, I think,
Yeah.
for a player or a fan. But it's a lot of fun to watch all these people just throw it at us every week, hoping that one of them sticks. And it has yet to land.
Facts. God is good.
So
God is good.
God is good.
God is good. I'm sure. I'm sure.
9-0, looking to make it 10-0. What do you have? Okay, let's see. The spread 18.5. Fairly big.
Yeah.
Over under 49.5. Do you have any predictions for this game?
Like score.
Yeah, throw one
Aggies,
at me.
Aggies by 100. Oh, you want like a real like one? Oh,
No,
okay.
that is real. That is real.
Very real. But no, I think we A&M with it. We're gonna score 40 points, 40 to 45 points. The defense is gonna do a really great job. I think we're gonna hold them to 17. Um,
Okay.
it's gonna be 40 to 17. It's gonna be another knockoff win and another momentum booster for our brand and what A&M got going on.
Well, the game we played this year that we've been in a revenge spot, we've taken care of.
Oh yeah,
So
hell yeah,
we've got at least two more to go. We'll worry about the one after South Carolina when we get there. We've
yeah.
got South Carolina. We'll take care of that one. And then
Who who we got after South Carolina?
well, after South Carolina, Sanford. I'm assuming we can take care of Sanford.
Okay. Yeah.
After Sanford. You know who's after Sanford?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not worried about them. They got a lot of stuff they got to figure out anyway. But it's probably best not to even say nothing about them. Just let them have it.
We'll take care of business when the time comes. We'll worry about South Carolina right now. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Had to
We
do
won't say their
that.
name. We won't say their name.
Yeah, they're not irrelevant.
Okay, before I wrap up the Aggie football part of it, I have to shout out my shining star. We talked about him already. Dalton Brooks.
Dawson Brooks. Yeah.
He had a fake punt for 47 yards, which was so fun because I don't think we've run a fake punt in many, many years. Elko certainly hasn't. I don't know if Jimbo ever did.
Yeah. That's
And then he had that fumble / interception, whatever you want to call it, that he picked up after Damian Sanford pressured Zollers. So he had himself a day.
He did, and that's what matters. That's the stuff right there that make your name last long and stuff like that. You keep making plays.
That's been fun too because I do one of those every week, and there's been a lot of new names that we didn't hear a lot from last year. And like I have Cassius Howell, I have KC, like I could say those guys every week. Like they are not short on production.
Right.
But it's those guys who are like Damian Sanford is one that no one knew about last year, and now all of a sudden he's just
it's like his confidence just kept growing every.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why is he so good? That kid is really good.
Well, and I think same like at the running back position, like EJ Smith, huge step up from last year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like there's so many positions we have where there's just not enough reps for all the guys that we have at that position.
Absolutely.
Which again, great problem to have.
Hey, that is college football. I'm just saying, that is college football.
You know better than anyone.
Best players in the country, and they compete, and then they play on the same team together. So now they have a standard because they literally are going to war against each other in the training camp. That's what it's all about. So now when you play that one guy on that other team, you're like, oh yeah, they got no chance.
Yeah.
So when somebody gets hurt having depth, we just go grab another one of our other savages who's up and coming, and they're going. It's not the moment not too big for them because they've been waiting in their room in their dorm or whatever. They don't have dorms no more. I guess they got money now. They probably living good, but they've been waiting in their cribs, and they I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm hungry, and you can see it out there. It's really cool to watch. To be honest, this is a moment of a lifetime that they will never ever be able to get back. And so for you to rise in that moment and be so prepared and be one of the best, they are in one of the best situations in their life. And if you're a mom and a dad and you want your kid to go to A&M, understand what you're saying. You want your kid to be successful at this game of football. Elko is a great person who's helping these kids learn their self as men. And that's why I like him so much, because he helps you find out who you are as a man. He does. He really does.
Well, he's setting you up. This is not setting you up for 4 years in college. It's setting you up for life. I feel A&M does that better than anyone else.
Oh yeah. The school in general. It's literally the best school in America. And
yeah, we're gonna put this. I'm gonna come back to this clip. We're gonna put this recruiting pitch out there. Someone's gonna commit to A&M because of this message.
Oh, of course. But no, I appreciate you and your time. Thank you for having me. God bless A&M. God bless everybody. And gig 'em.
Gig 'em. We will see you deep into the postseason. I will continue to keep tabs on your tweets. Please continue to, and you have to look up Chance after this.
That's my homework. I'll make sure I get that done.
Okay. I will be keeping tabs on your Twitter. Please continue to tweet for us. We will be rooting for you too. When does the season start for the UFL? Is that March?
The UFL season start in March. Y'all get your tickets as soon as possible.
Any Houston Aggies out there, go make a visit.
Yeah. Pull up and watch your boy go ball. I just went all UFL. So y'all probably should watch.
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, do you play in Dallas? Do y'all travel to Dallas?
Yeah, I do. We got a Dallas team, the Dallas Renegades.
I'll be there.
Dallas.
I'll go to that one.
Okay, cool.
Okay. You guys heard it here.
Yep.
You guys heard it here.
Yep, take it easy.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
All right, you the best.